If you're looking to buy a stacked NBA 2K account with max badges and more, visit sportstmb.com. He has been in the community for years and has hundreds of reviews. Click the first link in the description to get your account today.
Pull up, we bustin', not for discussion. We play with drums like shit is percussion. Stay with a hammer like this is construction. Drink too much Henny, might shoot up.
What's good, YouTube? Mascot. We back out with another video. Today's video, we got the best defensive anchor build in NBA 2K20. Now, this is actually a pretty rare center build. Some of you guys probably haven't even heard of this build. Now, for all my loyals out there, some of you guys probably remember I did make this build in a video. It was actually a Bill Russell build video. For my loyals, I know some of you guys already seen this and some of you guys probably remember, but I decided to show you guys a separate video on this build because it is a very nice center build. But now we're gonna get straight into it. Now, when it comes to position for this build, I'm pretty sure this build can only be made at center. If you made this build at power forward, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm always curious to know. But we are going to be making it a center, and this other stuff does not matter. That's personal preference. Now, moving on to skill breakdown with this build, man. When you hear the name defensive anchor, which pie chart do you think it is? Defensive anchor, it's got to have the best defense possible. So based off the name, you would think it's going to be this all defensive pie chart. That actually is true. We are going to be picking the all defensive pie chart for this build. This build is going to be able to get contact dunks. Obviously, it's going to have great defense, and it has a little decent playmaking. Not that much, but decent playmaking. And we're not going to be able to shoot with this build. Make sure you guys do pick this all defensive pie chart. Now, moving on to physical profile with this build, man, you are a center, so I would recommend you pick one of the pie charts that has good strength. I would recommend you pick this pie chart or this one because this one you're lacking in vertical, this one you're lacking in agility. In my opinion, you can't afford to lack in either of those stats, so I'm gonna recommend you pick the balanced pie chart because you got good speed, acceleration's there, and you got good vertical, and your strength is still a 95. You're not taking any hit opposed to these two pie charts, so make sure you guys do pick the balanced pie chart. Now, moving on to attributes, man, make sure you guys do it just like this so you get the maximum badges possible. Your close shot, you are going to put this to an 82, which I think is 1 point off of max. Yep, 1 point off of max. Your driving layup, you are going to max this out to a 62. Your driving dunk, you're going to put this to a 71, which is going to be 1 point off of the max. And your standing dunk, you're going to put this to a 93, which I think is 2 points off of the max. Yep, 2 points off of the max. Your post hook, you're going to max this out to a 66, just like that, so you get 15 finishing badges. Now, moving on to shooting, you're not going to touch any shooting stats with this build, so keep that in mind. Moving on to playmaking, your pass accuracy, you are going to max this out to a 70. Ball handling, put this up +1 to a 33. And your post moves, you're going to max this out to a 61, so you get 3 playmaking badges. Now, moving on to defense, your interior defense, max this out to a 95. Your perimeter defense also maxes out. Your lateral quickness, you also are going to max this out to a 59, just like that. And your steal also max this out to a 68. Same with the block, you are going to max this out to a 95. Now, your offensive rebounding, you're going to put this to a 71, just like that. And your defensive rebounding, put that to an 89, just like that. And you guys can see, here's the build. You get 15 finishing, 1 shooting, 3 playmaking, and 27 defensive and rebounding. You can add that up. That's a total of 46 badges for this defensive anchor build. Like I said, this build has great defense. It's going to be able to get contact dunks. Later in the video, I will show you guys how this build will be able to get contact dunks. It has really good finishing. Now, there's some stuff I do have to explain. You're probably asking, why don't we max out the close shot, the driving dunk, and the standing dunk? The reason for that, if you put close shot, your driving dunk, and your standing dunk any higher than I have it, it will change the build name to something else. I think it's an interior force if you max those finishing stats out. So make sure you don't move it any higher than I already have it placed. Now, moving on to the rebounding, you guys are probably wondering, why don't you have your rebounding higher with this build? Again, this is a rare build, so there's a certain way you have to make it. This is the best way to make it. If you put your offensive rebounding to a 72 or higher, it will change your name to a glass cleaning lockdown. Same with the defensive rebounding. If you put that any higher than an 89, it will change your name to a glass cleaning lockdown. So your stats have to be just like this for it to say defensive anchor. Now, moving on to the other stuff, man. Now, body shape does not matter. Personally, since it's an inside center, I recommend you pick burly or built. But like I said in every single of my videos, it doesn't really matter what you pick. You want to make your player slight, compact, defined, whatever. It doesn't matter whatsoever. However you want your player to look will determine which body shape you pick. Me personally, though, I'm going to just pick build. Now, moving on to the height with this build, there is only one height you can use to make this build. It's going to be 6'9". I personally haven't seen this build made at any other height besides 6'9". If you have this build at 6'10" or taller, let me know in the comment section below, but I've only seen this build at 6'9". And look at how much of a boost you get to your stats at 6'9". You have a 75 speed, a 70 acceleration, and a 73 vertical. Those stats are absolutely insane. and you have really good perimeter defense, good lateral quickness, good steal. And like I said earlier, this build is going to be able to get contact dunks. You guys see you have an 82 driving dunk. If you did not know, you need an 85 driving dunk to get contact dunks. And if you did not know, when you hit 99 overall, you get a +4 to all your attributes. 82 +4. You're going to have an 86 driving dunk at 99 overall. So you'll be able to lock the pro, elite, and big man contact dunks. Now I think you can get the big man contact dunks off rip. Yeah, you'll be able to get the big man contact dunks off rip, but you're gonna have to wait till you hit like 98, 99 overall to get the pro and elite. And obviously you can't get the small contact dunks because those are only for point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. So make sure you guys do make the build 6'9". Now moving on to the weight with this build, here is a very key thing. The weight, it cannot be higher than 271 pounds. If you put it to 272 or higher, it will change your build name to a glass cleaning lockdown. So your weight, the highest you can go with this build is 271. And I'm gonna recommend you do that. You're probably saying, why 271 and not 270? Look at your interior defense at 270 pounds. You have a 94 interior defense. Put it up +1. You get an extra boost to your interior defense, which is a max 95. So make sure you guys do put your weight to 271 pounds. You are an inside center. You want to have some good strength. And plus, there's no point of maxing your way out. When you max your way out, you're not gaining anything. You're just losing -1 lateral quickness. So put your weight to 271 pounds. So it gives you the name defensive anchor. Now moving on to the wingspan of this build, you're an inside center or defensive center. You obviously want to max your wingspan out. You can't shoot. You definitely want to max your wingspan out so you can grab more rebounds and play better defense. That's a no-brainer. Make sure you max out your wingspan. Now moving on to take over this build, man, either rim protector or glass cleaner. I personally recommend you pick rim protector though. You're a defensive anchor. This is the defensive takeover. You definitely want to have rim protector to go along with your name. If you want glass cleaner though, it's definitely a good option, but I highly recommend you pick rim protector. It's going to help you play better defense, and your name's a defensive anchor. Of course, you got to have this takeover just to go along with your name. And you guys can see, here's the build. You have built a defensive anchor similar to Bill Russell, Andre Drummond, and Clint Capella. This is a very nice center build, pretty rare, 46 badges. But now we're gonna get straight into the best badges for this build, man. If you guys still watching this video, man, make sure you guys do the like button, subscribe, pull up sub count real quick. You guys can see 26,400 subs. We're 600 subs away from 27K subs. You're watching this video right now. You like what you see, do it, subscribe, man, turn on notifications. But now we're gonna get straight into the best badges for this build. Put us to 9 overall real quick. Let me take the sub count off. Give me a minute. Now you guys can see 15 finishing badges. Like I said, when you hit 99 overall, you're gonna be able to get the pro and elite contact dunks. You'll be able to unlock the big man contact dunks off rip, so make sure you do keep that in mind with this build. I recommend throwing gold contact finishers to get contact dunks, obviously. I also recommend throwing Giant Slayer. Keep in mind, you are a 6'9" center, a little on the short side. This badge right here is gonna activate when you go up against anybody that's 7'2" or taller. It's gonna help you finish over those taller defenders, and it's gonna make it harder for them to block your layup or dunk. So you definitely need Giant Slayer. It's gonna be a very nice badge. I also recommend throwing gold Lob City finisher. You're a center. People are gonna be throwing you alley-oops for sure. You definitely want Lob City finisher on. Now 6 upgrades left. I think I'm gonna throw on Slithery finisher on gold as well. Now you only got 3 upgrades left. There are a couple good badges. Pick and roller, fancy floor, drop stepper, back down punisher, consistent finisher. There's a lot of good options. It's kind of hard to choose here. Actually, you know, thinking about it, I think I'm gonna just throw on relentless finisher. There's plenty of good badges. If you want some other badges, you want fancy floor, consistent finisher, you can go and change these badges up. Do whatever you want to do. Now moving on to shooting badges build, man, we didn't upgrade 1 shooting stat, so I'm just recommending throwing hot zone hunter on bronze. If you have all your paint hot zones, this badge right here is to help you finish more layups in the paint. It's going to give you a little bit of a boost, even though it's on bronze. Going to be the best shooting badges for this build. Now moving on to playmaking badges build, man, you have 3 playmaking badges. Now this depends on which game mode you're playing. If you're playing 3v3 or if you're playing rec or pro-am, you're going to want to throw on gold break starter. Now if you're going to be playing the 2v2s, don't throw on break starter because it's not going to work. This badge only works when it's a full court game. Since it's half court and 2v2s, you don't need break starter. If you're playing 2v2s, I would throw on gold bailout. This badge right here is to help you pass out of a layup or a dunk. You're definitely going to need this badge or else your pass will just go flying out of bounds. I recommend throwing gold bailout. Now moving on to defensive badges with build, man, you have 27 defensive badges. Defensive anchor, this build has insane defense. I recommend throwing Hall of Fame brick wall. You're going to be sending screens this build. You definitely need this badge. I also recommend throwing Hall of Fame intimidator. It's going to make people miss shots. I also recommend throwing Hall of Fame rim protector. Your block is a 95. You definitely need this badge. I also recommend throwing Hall of Fame rebound chaser. Your rebounding is still pretty good. Even though it's not max, you're still going to be able to horse. And this badge right here is to help you grab even more rebounds. 11 upgrades left. I also recommend throwing Hall of Fame clamps. You have pretty high speed, good perimeter defense, good good lateral quickness, all that good stuff. You're going to get matched on guards here and there. You definitely want Hall of Fame clamps. Now you got 7 upgrades left. I'm also going to throw on Gold Interceptor. I could put that on Hall of Fame, but I think I'm going to do Gold for now. You have a very high steal. It is max. You have max wingspan. You're going to catch a lot of pass interceptions with this build. Now you got 4 upgrades left. I almost forgot the most important badge with this build. Keep in mind, your build name is a defensive anchor. If you did not know, a defensive anchor, pretty much that build name means it improves your teammate's defense when he's out there on the floor. And I feel like you gotta have this defensive leader badge just to go along with your name. I'm gonna recommend throwing this badge on Hall of Fame because the defensive anchor improves the other player's defense, and defensive leader, it does the exact same thing. It gives them a +4 to all their defensive stats. Just since your build is a defensive anchor, I feel like you gotta have this defensive leader badge on this build. I think this is gonna be the best defensive rebounding badges for this build. Like I said in every single one of my videos though, you want some other badges, go ahead and change it up. Do whatever you want to do. But that's pretty much it, man. That's the best defensive anchor build in NBA 2K20. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy this video, man, make sure you guys do the like button, subscribe. Like I said, man, we're 600 subs away from 27K subs. You're watching this video right now, you like what you see, do it, subscribe, man, turn on notifications. We're getting closer and closer to 30K subs. I'm gonna keep posting videos for you guys. And also, like I said in most of my videos, if you guys have any builds you want to make a video on, send me the builds on Instagram or Twitter. I will shout you on the video. Links are always in the description. But that's pretty much it, man. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Until next time, clutch out.
I'm feeling your energy, and shorty, man, she really into me. I got lots of enemies, and they wanna act like they friends with me.